Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes on Wednesday, the 17th of October. Starting off with Angus Energy. I wasn't going to cover it again today, but as the shares have gapped up, that is technically significant, and also through the somewhat troublesome 9 to 9.5 pence zone. So that this does look as though it is a reasonably good setup for the eventual target here, as high as the May resistance line, just under 14 pence. Time frame on the move the next month or so. Stop loss back below the 50-day moving average at 8.14, and that broken August resistance line as well. Next up, a stock which I don't think I've looked at here before, but looks as though it is quite encouraging. Comes in the form of Kazera Global. Here we've had a bear trap rebound and a higher low versus August from below the 50-day moving average at 2.15 pence, while we remain above the 50-day line, looking for a target as high as 4.5p, which would be the top of a rising late March resistance line projection. Stock which is a request from an unnamed party on Twitter. Looks interesting in the sense that Oxford Metrics could be in a broadening triangle formation here, with the bounce off the floor of the triangle last week, just below 65 pence. And also the other point to note here at the rising 200-day line at 71.9 pence. End of day close above that could take the shares as high as 90 pence, which is the top of that broadening triangle formation. So thank you for that particular request. Next up, Powerhouse Energy, where there's been positive news today. I suppose the other thing to note is the way that we've had follow through now with the triangle break that we had round about the 0.33 level, and the highlight of today's price action really is the way that we're so far we've gapped up through the 200-day moving average of 0.466. Ideally, there's no end-of-day close back below that, ahead of a move up to the best case scenario move here would be a broadening triangle from February towards 0.8 pence. Only back below 0.4, which has obviously been support over the last week or so, would query the breakout argument at Powerhouse. Following on from a stock which I covered, I believe, yesterday, situation here is we're just shy of the target we had there at 10 pence, which is the top of a rising trend channel from July 2016. You can see that that's 10 pence zone, the major, well, 10 to 11 pence zone, the major resistance zone for the stock. So hopefully we'll get up to 10 to 11 over the next day or so. As far as the stop loss is concerned, back below 9 pence, probably a decent thing to do, in the sense that that was the old peak from the middle of 2015. Finishing off with an old friend, stock which has also been behaving itself in recent weeks and months from a technical perspective. I think the first time we looked at it in the recent past, it was around the 20 pence level. Situation now is that it looks like we've got a new leg to the upside starting. Ideally, there's an end of day or end of week close above 50 pence to take us to the best case scenario target here towards 70 pence at the top of a rising June trend channel. Stop loss back below 40, quite obvious there on that particular situation. Ideally, we don't go back below 44, which was the mid-October earlier resistance earlier this month. That's it from me. More updates tomorrow.